I first started struggling with OCD about 9 years ago. I was consumed and obsessed with these worrisome thoughts. They were taking up so much of my mind. I've been on a mission to help myself and found some amazing tools, and now I am obsessed about helping others. OCD stands for Obsessive Compulsive Disorder. So what is the difference between obsessions and compulsions? Obsessions are recurrent thoughts, images in the mind. Obsessions are usually experienced as unwanted and intrusive thoughts and images. The word obsession actually comes from a Latin root meaning to besiege or occupy. Obsessions usually come with a lot of anxiety, which leads to people trying to suppress them. Common themes may include thoughts about harming others or harming themselves, sexual or violent thoughts, contamination, symmetry. Compulsions are mental acts or repetitive behaviors that we do to try to calm down our anxiety. They can be performed in ritualized manners. These can be repetitive touching or tapping, seeking reassurance from yourself or from others, repetitive washing, checking, praying, superstitious rituals. Now, obsessions and compulsions can occur separately from one another, but usually they occur together. Compulsions are acts that we do to calm down and suppress that anxiety and suppress the obsessions. For example, if we think that we've left the stove on, then we may check it over and over again to make sure that the stove is off. Or if we think that we have left the door unlocked, we may check it repetitively to calm down our anxiety. Now, the best thing I've found to do is to not buy in or give this more energy. It's like a microscope. We're focusing in on that unwanted thought or feeling. And if we're doing these compulsions about mentally thinking if we're that person, if we're a bad person, if we've left something unlocked, if we're seeking reassurance, we're just giving it more energy. There's a saying, energy flows where our attention goes, and we're just giving it more energy to thrive. So it's just practicing with the easier things, not doing those compulsions, focusing on the compulsions and trying not to do those and letting the anxiety be there. It may be counterintuitive because you may really want to lessen that anxiety quickly. But the thing with OCD is we're just training our mind to suppress that anxiety, and for a brief period of time it's suppressed, but then something else comes back. I've had so many times where I'm like, oh, thank goodness that thought's gone. I was so obsessed about that. And then boom, next hour or the next day, I know I'm worried about something else and I'm caught up in a cycle. And if I give in to that compulsion and do something to help to relieve that anxiety, then I'm just reinforcing it. Now, there are amazing things that we can do in terms of exercise, eating right, community, sleep. All of these things are massively important. A thing that's really good to do as well is the ERP exposure response prevention, to try to not do those compulsions step by step and to let the anxiety be there and let those thoughts, those emotions wash over you so you can move on faster. I hope this helps. Give it a like if you found value in this and subscribe. Let's work together as a community.